over to my resume. Let's jump over to my resume. Your resume speaks for itself, right? Resume speaks for itself. 3-time President Club qualifier. Just was promoted to a principal in my company. Resume speaks for itself. I show up every Saturday for you guys, so I'm showing consistency. Software engineer, senior software engineer, master software engineer, project technical lead, manager, senior manager, director, founder, associate VP, area sales director, principal, progress. If that doesn't tell a story. Now the question is, what is your story? How have you navigated your career? And how are you going to tell your story to get into sales? What results have you delivered? Ask yourself that. Think about that when you're thinking about this journey. We've all sold, we've all influenced, but how do we make that transition into tech sales? Well, if you look at some of these roles, when you go to LinkedIn, let's do a search for an account manager role. I'm just going to do a blind search. Go to account manager, type in jobs. Okay? See a couple positions out here. And guys, by the way, this is all based on demonstration. This is not me doing any of this stuff. This is all based on demonstration of how you can do it. Okay? One of the cool things about LinkedIn that I love, let's just look at the first one, Strategic Account Manager for Intelligence Bank. The cool thing about LinkedIn that I love is that a lot of the time, they will have the hiring manager, if you are a premium member, here. So you can directly connect with them right away. Shoot your shot, right? But one of the biggest and most important things is to look at the role, what you will do, what you need to bring, the ideal candidate. And then you need to make sure that your resume aligns to some of this. Become a trusted advisor to a portfolio intelligence bank of customers. Well, have you been a trusted advisor before? If the answer is yes, good. Have you developed new business opportunities with existing clients by promoting company products and services? If the answer is yes, good. Have you coordinated with customer success teams and identify and develop new expansion opportunities? If you did that, the answer is yes. Put it in your resume. Share how you've done that within your resume. You want to make it easy for the hiring manager to say, okay, well, this aligns. This aligns with this job. If you're going to just dump a technical software engineer resume in here, no matter how good of a software engineer you are, you think that's going to get looked at? You think that's hitting these bullet points here? You think that's hitting these bullet points here? Many of you will do that. You'll dump your resume in here and say, okay, I want to be going to sales. Just blindly drop your resume and apply. Doesn't have any of the knowledge, skills that's aligned with the job, and you expect for you to get a call. That's why your resume is at the bottom of the barrel, because you guys aren't doing it right. Customize your resume so it meets the description of what the job is looking for. Tell a story so that it hits and resonates and speaks the same language as the job. You're not going to China speaking English in the heart of China and expecting for them to understand you. You're not applying for a sales role with an engineer resume and expect for them to speak your same language. That's not how it works. And many of you are making that mistake. If you need help, book a coaching session. www.blkheights.com. Book a coaching session. It's important that you go through, understand the job, understand what they're asking for, understanding if you have the skills or you can translate what you've done before in the past to meet the job description and tell a story. And if you don't know how to put your resume together, one of the coolest things that you can do to gain some insight into how these resumes should potentially look is just do a Google search. Let's do an account manager, tech, and then type in resume, right? You type that in on Google, you look at images, it pulls all kinds of resumes up. You don't have to start from scratch anymore. You can leverage keywords from other people's resume to generate your resume if it aligns with what you've done in the past, so that you don't have to start from scratch. Robert Smith, account lead, proved, coordinated, responsible for account management. This is how you can shortcut it so that you don't have to spend hours and hours on building a resume from scratch. You can look at Google, look at examples of bullet points, see if it aligns with what you've done before in the past, wordsmith it, or use the bullet point if you know how to talk about it and you can demonstrate that you've done that before. These tools out here already exist, guys. These tools already exist for you. It's just you knowing how to leverage this. It's you knowing how to leverage this. Okay? Let's get into tech sales. Thank you, Miss Wade. You keep blowing up my phone. I appreciate you. I'll get to that question. We had a question. I'll do my best to get to these questions in the live stream or towards the end. But what is tech sales? It's a booming career, right? It's the blood of every company. Every company needs a sales organization. Why? Because sales generate revenue. And that revenue is used to pay you, to pay for other things. So it's an important role. But at its core, tech sales typically involves selling software as a service to other businesses, business to business, as I mentioned on yesterday. Unlike retail or insurance, tech sales focuses less on promoting a product and more on helping a customer solve an issue to motivate them to make a purchase. It's solving complex problems for people and organizations so that it gets rid of that problem for them. And they're willing to pay a lot of money if you can help to solve their problems. If you can solve people's problems, if you are a problem solver, a natural problem solver, if you like to help people, consider tech sales. But tech sales, again, it involves selling software as a service, SaaS, SaaS. Think about it as software that a company has built in a cloud that they'll let you use with a monthly or annual subscription. And it's really about helping customers, business to business, solve complex challenges. And since most software is sold as a subscription, there's an added emphasis on helping the buyer continue to see value out of the product over the long term. So not only just making that purchase, but realizing their ROI and so forth. We're not going to jump into what's so difficult about tech sales, but what I am going to jump into is what are some skills that you can leverage to be really good at skills. What are some skills that you can leverage to be really good at sales? And that is, show you can listen and communicate. Tech sales is all about understanding a customer's problem and perspective, clarifying it for them, and then explaining how you can help solve that issue and the value behind your product. Even if a rep isn't familiar with the gap selling, if they can showcase the ability to communicate and listen, they have a shot at sales. If you are a good listener, you communicate very well, you have a shot at sales, guys. Listening is a skill. Communication is a skill. All of this are things that you can learn. If you want to make big time money in sales, be a good listener, be a good communicator, be a good problem solver. Get creative. If you do that, you will have success in tech sales. You will have success in tech sales. I want you to have success in tech sales because I want to see more of you into tech sales. I want to see more of you into tech. That's why this channel exists. Engineering, information systems, cybersecurity, tech sales, and so forth. My journey is right now is just in tech sales, but I've been along the engineering route as well.